Good morning, students. Welcome to the new lecture of Building Construction and Materials. In previous lecture, we have completed the topic from unit number 4 that was based on the roofs. Okay, so we have completed the topic from unit number 4 that was roof. Okay, in previous lecture, we have completed unit number 4. So today we will move to the next unit, that is unit number 5. And from unit number 5 is also consist of two main topics. Okay, unit number 5 is also consist of two main topic. First is stairs. Okay, first one is stairs, second is doors and window. So these are the main two component of unit number 5. So we will start from the first thing, that is stairs. Okay, stairs. So stair consists of different subtopics such as types of stairs, function and design of stairs. Okay, so we will see the different types of stairs and what is stairs actually. Okay, so let's start the unit number 5 from stairs. So stairs. Okay, first of all you should know what is staircase, what is stair. ठीक है ना, stair होता क्या है, सबसे पहले हम इसको समझते हैं. First of all, we will understand what is actual meaning of stairs here. So, as per the definition, a stairs is a system of steps by which people and object may pass from one level to another in a building. So, stair is nothing but a system of steps. Okay, system of steps. What is steps? These are the steps. Okay, this is first step, second step, third step. Okay, like this. तो स्टेप्स जो होती है वो क्या है, जैसे कि आप इस इमेज में देख रहे हैं, ये पहली जो आप जिस पे हम पहला जो हम आप बोल सकते हो पहला जो हम कदम रखते हैं, पहला जो हम स्टेप लेते हैं स्टेयर के ऊपर, तो वो क्या होगा, ये एक स्टेप, दूसरी स्टेप, तीसरी स्टेप, इस तरीके से ये स्टेप्स है. तो स्टेयर केस क्या है, इन स्टेप्स से मिलके बना है. ठीक है ना, इन स्टेप्स का जो सिस्टम है, ये जो स्टेप्स से कॉम्बिनेशन है पूरे स्टेप्स का, इसे ही हम स्टेयर केस बोलते हैं ना. ये जो स्टेप्स है एक 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 एक, जैसे कि ये एक स्टेप हो गया, दूसरा स्टेप, तीसरा स्टेप, तो एक एक करके अगर हम इसको डिवाइड करेंगे तो इसे हम बोलेंगे स्टेप्स. ठीक है, तो ये होता है स्टेप्स. और इसका जो सिस्टम है, इस पूरे सिस्टम को जिससे एक आप बोल सकते हो पीपल और एनी ऑब्जेक्ट में पास फ्रॉम वन लेवल टू अनदर लेवल. अब जो स्टेयर केस, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज, स्टेयर केस कनेक्ट्स डिफरेंट लेवल्स वर्टिकली. ओके, वर्टिकली स्टेयर केस क्या होती है कि वो वर्टिकली दो लेवल को कनेक्ट करती है. जैसे कि ये एक लेवल हो गया, फॉर एग्जांपल जैसे कि आपको ये दिख रहा है, ये एक लेवल हो गया, और ये उसका दूसरा लेवल हो गया. ठीक है ना, ये दूसरा लेवल हो गया. तो ये फर्स्ट लेवल, और ये जो है ये आपका सेकंड लेवल हो गया, है कि नहीं. तो ये होती है स्टेयरकेस, ये पहला लेवल, ये दूसरा लेवल. तो इन दो लेवल को कनेक्ट किया है स्टेयरकेस ने. इसकी वजह से क्या होगा, पीपल या कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट एक लेवल से दूसरे लेवल पे पहुंच जाएगा आसानी से. तो स्टेयरकेस का फंक्शन यही है, एक लेवल से दूसरे लेवल पे लोगों को या कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट को ऊपर से नीचे या नीचे से ऊपर लेके जाना. तो ये स्टेयरकेस का फंक्शन है. दूसरी चीज, a stair is designed to span large vertical distance by dividing it into smaller vertical distance called steps. सिंपल मीनिंग है इसका, ये एक बहुत बड़ा वर्टिकल डिस्टेंस है. फॉर एग्जांपल जैसे कि ये जो है ये वर्टिकल डिस्टेंस है पूरा, है ना, ये जो आपको दिख रहा है. ठीक है, ये हाइट है, ये काफ़ी बड़ी हाइट है. लेकिन हमने क्या किया, स्टेयर केस में क्या होता है, ये जो लार्ज वर्टिकल डिस्टेंस है इसको स्मॉल वर्टिकल डिस्टेंस, जैसे कि ये एक डिस्टेंस हो गया स्मॉल, फिर ये स्मॉल वर्टिकल डिस्टेंस, ये स्मॉल वर्टिकल डिस्टेंस, इसमें डिवाइड किए, है ना. ये जो एक बड़ा डिस्टेंस था इसको छोटे छोटे वर्टिकल डिस्टेंस में डिवाइड किए. तो ये जो वर्टिकल डिस्टेंस में डिवाइड किए, ये क्या बन गया, हमारा स्टेप्स बन गया, है ना. तो स्टेयरकेस को इसी तरह डिजाइन किया जाता है, ये जो लार्ज वर्टिकल डिस्टेंस है उसको स्मॉलर वर्टिकल डिस्टेंस में डिवाइड करते हैं, जिसे हम बोलते हैं स्टेप्स. एक स्टेप, दो स्टेप, इस तरीके से छोटे छोटे वर्टिकल डिस्टेंस में डिवाइड करते हैं ताकि हम आसानी से उस पर मूव कर सके, है ना. तो यही इसका एक मीनिंग है. आई होप आपको स्टेयरकेस का बेसिक इंट्रोडक्शन समझ में आया है. चलिए अब आगे बढ़ते हैं. दूसरी इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज स्टेयर केस में होती है कि स्टेयर केस की लोकेशन कहाँ पे होनी चाहिए। इसकी लोकेशन बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है, ठीक है ना। ये लोकेशन जो होती है ये पब्लिक बिल्डिंग में अलग होती है और रेसिडेंशियल बिल्डिंग में अलग होती है, ठीक है। अब हम देखते हैं कि स्टेयर केस को जनरली होना कहाँ पे चाहिए, लोकेशन क्या होनी चाहिए। इट शुड बी सो लोकेटेड एज टू प्रोवाइड इजी एक्सेस टू द ऑक्यूपेंट्स ऑफ द बिल्डिंग। जो भी बिल्डिंग में रहने वाले हैं, ऑक्यूपेंट्स है, उन्हें आसानी से स्टेयर केस का एक्सेस मिलना चाहिए। ओके, staircase should not be placed on a very you can say staircase should not be placed too much inside the building. For example, staircase should not be provided near the bedroom. What will happen? The people who wish to go from one level to another level, they have to pass through the bedroom. So the location of staircase is very important, and at the same time you have to maintain the privacy of the building. So maintaining the privacy of the building, staircase should be located mainly in the entrance or in the central portion of the building. Okay, so it should provide easy access. The people from different rooms can easily take the staircase without traveling much into the building. I hope you got this point. It should be so located as to provide the easy access to the occupants of the buildings. The next is it should be so located that it is well lighted and ventilated directly from the exterior. Okay, second thing is the staircase should be located in such place that it should get direct sunlight. Okay, it should get direct sunlight and direct ventilation. Okay, it's very important. Staircase location should be very important because what will happen, suppose if you place the staircase in a location where uh, lighting and ventilation is not so good, so what will happen in case of electricity, if electricity is not there or some problem is there, then what will happen, it will be completely dark. Okay, so if you see in a broad perspective, the whole building should be such designed that it should get direct sunlight or direct ventilation. It's very important. Ventilation is extremely important. Okay, and in case of staircase also, it should be placed in such a location that it should get direct sunlight and direct ventilation. Okay, the next is, third one is, it should be so located as to have approaches convenient and spacious. It means the staircase should be located in such place that it should get a good space. Staircase should not be too narrow. Okay, it should not be too narrow. Staircase should be designed in such case that at the same time two-person can move from one level to another level. Okay, it should not be too narrow. Okay, so this is the third point. The last point is here is very important, that is in public building it should be located near the main entrance. Okay, remember this, in public building it should be located near the main entrance, but in residential building it should be placed centrally. First of all, you have to understand the meaning here, public building and residential building. You know what is residential building? Our own houses. Okay, our personal houses is considered to be the residential building where we take resident. And what is public building here? Public building is the building which is used by the public. Okay, which is used by the public. For example, malls, cinema halls. Okay, the municipal buildings, banks. These are comes under the public building. Okay, cinema hall, malls, and municipal buildings, etc. There are so many types of public building. Okay, the public building is mainly which is used by the public building can be defined as the building which is used by mainly by the public. So this is called the public building. So in case of public building, it should be staircase should be located near the main entrance. Now if you remember, if you can identify, if you go to some, for example, NIT office or municipal office, you will see, as you enter the gate, as you enter from the gate, you will first see the staircase. Okay, you will first see the staircase. Okay, in malls also, whenever you enter into the mall, if the first thing you will see the staircase. Okay, because it should have easy access. Okay, because if you provide a staircase in entrance, it will give easy access to the occupant. Okay, or in public building, it should be designed in such a way that it should be accessible to everyone. It should provide easy access to everyone. Okay, so in public building it should be placed near the main entrance, but in case of residential building it should be placed centrally. Okay, now here यहाँ पे अगर आप देखोगे पब्लिक रेसिडेंशियल बिल्डिंग में लिखा है कि it should be placed centrally. It's not compulsory. Okay, it's not compulsory, but it's a ये ऐसा है कि कंपलसरी नहीं है, बट अगर ये करेंगे तो बेहतर है. इसका मीनिंग सिंपल ही है. तो रेसिडेंशियल बिल्डिंग जो हमारे घर होते हैं उसमें हम जनरली एंट्रेंस पे भी देते हैं और सेंट्रली भी देते हैं, लेकिन जैसे मैंने पहले भी कहा है कि प्राइवेसी अफेक्ट नहीं होना चाहिए. स्टेयर केस को हमको ऐसी लोकेशन पे नहीं देना है कि लोग जो है पूरा घूम के घर का पूरा चक्कर लगा के स्टेयर केस तक पहुंचे. स्टेयर केस इजीली एक्सेसिबल होना चाहिए, या तो सेंटर में या तो फ्रंट में. जनरली रेसिडेंशियल बिल्डिंग में सेंट्रली प्लेस की जाती है. ठीक है, आई होप आपको लोकेशन भी समझ गया है. अब नेक्स्ट चीज हम देखेंगे, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, द टेक्निकल टर्म्स हेयर. ठीक है, अब हम देखेंगे कि ये जो टेक्निकल टर्म्स होते हैं ये क्या होते हैं. जैसे कि कोई भी स्टेयर केस है, इसमें अलग अलग टर्म्स है. ठीक है ना, ये सारे जो एक एक पार्ट्स होते हैं, एक एक उसके कंपोनेंट होते हैं, वो क्या होते हैं हम देखेंगे. उससे भी पहले एक चीज मैं आपको बता दूं स्टेयर केस की, कि स्टेयर केस में जैसे कि आप ये जो पोर्शन देख रहे हो ना, जिसके ऊपर हमारा फुट जो है वो रेस्ट करता है, द पोर्शन वेयर वी लैंड आवर फुट, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज ट्रेड. ओके, इसे बोला जाता है ट्रेड. याद रखेंगे हमेशा, जिसपे हमारा फुट जो है लैंड करेगा इसे बोला जाता है ट्रेड. और ये जो राइज हो रहा है, ठीक है ना, ये जो राइजिंग पोर्शन है इसे बोला जाता है राइज. ठीक है, रिमेम्बर दिस थिंग, this is called tread. This part where we land our foot, that is called as tread, and this the rising portion, the okay, this portion is called as the rising portion is called as riser. I'll draw it for you like this. Okay, this is rise. Okay, this is tread, this is rise. So okay, this is the part of staircase. For example, this is the rise. Okay, this is the first thing that you will see here is rise. This is rise, and this is tread where we land our foot, that is called as tread, and this is called as this part, this vertical portion is called as rise. Remember, this is very important. Okay, this is very important. This is rise, and now I'll draw tread. This is tread. Okay, got this? Okay, so see this, this is tread and this is rise. Very important, that's why I'm drawing this. You have to understand the rise and tread system here. Okay, so let's move to the next thing, that is the very important technical terms in staircase. Okay, so first here is, so what is technical term? The definition of technical term used in connection with the stairs are as follows. The points, the component which comes under the staircase part, we will see their definition and understanding, and we will try to understand what are these different components. First is a baluster. Now as you can see in the image, baluster, this vertical post which supports this handrail. Now what is handrail? Okay, while moving from one level to another level, we take the support of handrail. We place our hand on the handrail and we move over the staircase. If you remember, this part is called as handrail. Okay, the supporting part. Whenever we move over the staircase, we put our hand on the handrail and then we take our steps. So this portion of hand, this portion is called as handrail, and this handrail is supported on the baluster. Now what is baluster? These are the vertical members of wood or metal supporting the handrail. A vertical member of wood or metal supporting the handrail. Okay, simple. Now what is handrail? The inclined rail over the string is known as handrail. Now what is string we will see, but understand here the inclined rail, these are the inclined rail, this is the inclined rail over the string is known as handrail. Now important thing here, handrail is connected from navel post to navel post. And what is navel post? Navel post is this is the vertical member which is placed at the ends of the flight to connect handrail. Okay, this is the first vertical post. In every staircase there are all there are minimum two navel posts. So this first at the start of the stairs and at the end of the stairs, this is the navel post. Okay, okay, there are only two navel posts in the staircase, at the start and at the end. So and connecting handrail, these navel post connects handrail. Okay, now next is soffit. Soffit is nothing but it is the underside of a stairs. If you see the portion of staircase, the underside portion of staircase is called as soffit. Okay, in case of chhajja, in case of slab also there is soffit, in case of beam also soffit is everywhere. Soffit is nothing but the underside part of the component. Okay, so this is called as soffit. Next is waist. The thickness of structural slab in case of RCC stairs is known as waist. So this is called as waist. Okay, this portion, this thickness is called as waist. I'll draw it for you like this. Okay, so this portion is called as a waist. Okay, the thickness of structural slab. Generally whenever staircase is designed, it is designed on the basis of the waist slab. Waist slab is very important. Okay, the thickness of this waist slab is very important for the staircase, especially for the RCC staircase. Okay, so I hope you got this. Next thing here is nosing. Now what is nosing? If you see this, if we zoom this part, make it into the circle. Suppose if we zoom this part, okay, if we zoom this part, okay, this portion, it will look like this. Okay, this part, this is tread, here we land our foot, and this is a rise. Now if you see this part is extended, okay, this portion of tread is extended. Why it is extended or projected? Let's see. It is the projecting part. What is nosing? It is the projecting part of the tread beyond the face of riser. This is the riser face. Beyond the face of riser, the part of tread is projected. Now why? Because it is rounded to give good architectural effect. It is provided to give good architectural effect. Okay, that's why it is called as nosing. Next is scotia. As you can see, scotia, this portion is called as scotia. Okay, it is a molding provided under the nosing to improve the elevation of the step. Okay, it is just provided to improve the elevation of the steps. Okay, this is called scotia. Next is here is steps. Now you know what is steps. This is one step, as you can see here. If I draw like this, okay, if I draw like this portion, okay, so this is one step. It is a portion of stair which permit ascent and descent. Okay, it is comprised of tread and rise. This is tread and this is rise. Okay, so this is called step, one step. Okay, one step. For example, if you see, this is one step, this is second step, this is third step. Okay, like this first step, second step, third step, fourth step. It consists of rise and tread. Okay, rise and tread. And what is tread? as I have told you before this reading this, we have discussed about the trade and rise. Okay, we have already discussed about the trade and rise. Let's see once again. What is trade? It is the upper horizontal portion of a step upon which the feet is placed while ascending or descending. Whenever we move from one level to another level, whenever we move from lower level to higher level, that is called as ascending. When we move a higher level to lower level, that is called descending. Whenever we do these actions, what will happen? Our feet is placed over the trade. Just remember this portion. So this portion is called as trade. This portion is called as trade. And this is rise. It is the vertical distance between two successive trade phase. It can be defined like this. Vertical distance. Here again, for example, if I draw like this is again one rise. Here it is one trade will be like this. So the definition is saying that it is the vertical distance between two successive trade phase. So this is one successive trade, this is another successive trade. So the vertical distance between two successive trade can be called as rise. Okay, it can be defined in different way. We can define it in different ways, but we have to understand its meaning. Okay, next is going. It is the horizontal distance between two successive riser faces. So this is portion is called as going. Okay, two successive riser portion, that is going. It is also a trade also. You can say trade also. Okay, so next thing here is flight. What is flight? A series of steps without any platform. Okay, break or landing in the direction. A series of steps without any platform, any break, any landing in the direction. So this portion, this is called one flight. Up to landing, one level to another level, continuous. If steps are there, then it is called as flight. One flight, second flight. Okay, like this. Next is landing. Okay, it is a level platform. Whenever we move from staircase one level to another level, after some time there is a place for standing. Okay, where we take rest. Okay, it is a level platform at the top or bottom of the flight between the floors. Okay, so this is called as landing. Run. Next is run. It is a total length of stairs in a horizontal plane including landing. So total length of staircase including landing and flight. This is flight. Okay, this is portion is flight and this portion is called landing. So total portion flight plus landing is called as run. Okay, next is headroom. Very important, headroom. It is the minimum clear vertical distance between the tread and the ceiling. Now I'll show you headroom like this. If you see this image, okay, the vertical distance between the tread and the ceiling, for example, see here, it is the minimum clear vertical distance between the tread and the ceiling. जैसे कि आपको हेडरूम समझना है तो आप ये समझिए कि ये जो नीचे का ट्रेड है, ये जो क्लियर डिस्टेंस आपको दिख रहा है नीचे, ठीक है ना, ये होता है हेडरूम. ठीक है, जो हम ये जो डिस्टेंस हो रहा है, ये पूरा डिस्टेंस जो हो रहा है कंटिन्यूस, जैसे कि आप इसके नीचे मूव कर सकते हैं थोड़ा. ठीक है, ये होता है हेडरूम. नेक्स्ट इज पिच और स्लोप. इट इज द एंगल विच द लाइन ऑफ नोजिंग ऑफ द स्टेयर्स मेक्स विद द हॉरिजॉन्टल. देखिए यहाँ पे सिंपल है, ये देखिए यहाँ पे ये जो आप देख रहे हो, ये जो एंगल जो बन रहा है, स्लोप जो बन रहा है, इसे हम बोलेंगे पिच भी बोलते हैं इसको. ठीक है, पिच या स्लोप. नेक्स्ट इज राइजर. राइजर वही है, राइज. इट इज द वर्टिकल पोर्शन ऑफ स्टेप्स प्रोवाइडेड टू सपोर्ट द ट्रेड. वही राइज और राइजर एक ही है. नेक्स्ट इज लाइन ऑफ नोजिंग. इट इज द इमेजिनरी लाइन टचिंग द एंड्स ऑफ ईच ट्रेड एंड इज पैरेलल टू द स्लोप ऑफ स्टेयर्स. ये एक इमेजिनरी लाइन होती है नोजिंग. ठीक है ना, इमेजिनरी लाइन है नोजिंग, जो कि बिल्कुल इस एक एंगल पे होती है. ठीक है ना, जैसे कि आपको ये नोज दिख रही है, ये जो नोजिंग नोजिंग है जो टच हो रहा है, ठीक है ना, ये जो लाइन दिख रही है आपको, है ना, ये देखिए ध्यान से देखिए, ये स्टेप्स की जो कॉर्नर्स है, ये जो नोज पॉइंट है, इसको जो लाइन कनेक्ट कर रही है, नोजिंग होती है और बिल्कुल पैरेलल होती है फ्लाइट के. नेक्स्ट है, नेक्स्ट here is balustrade या बैरिस्टर. द combined framework of handrail and baluster is known as balustrade या बैरिस्टर. सिंपल है, ये पूरा जो है ना, पूरा जो मिलके बना, ये हैंड रेल, ये नेवल पोस्ट, ये वर्टिकल पोस्ट, जो बैल्यूस्ट्रेड है, ये पूरा जो फ्रेमवर्क है इसको हम बोलते हैं बैल्यूस्ट्रेड पूरे को. ठीक है. लास्ट है, लास्ट जो इम्पोर्टेंट कंपोनेंट है वो स्ट्रिंग्स या स्ट्रिंगर. ये क्या होता है? दीज आर द स्लोपिंग वुडन मेंबर विच सपोर्ट्स द स्टेप्स इन स्टेयर्स. दे रन अलोंग द slope of the stairs. There are two types, open, cut or closed. In cut or open string, upper edge is cut away, receive the ends of the step. In closed or housed string, the ends of the steps are housed between straight parallel edge of the string. Simple समझाता हूँ इसको. आप जब वुडन देखते हो ना, वुडन, उसमें ये जो पूरा पोर्शन होता है, ठीक है ना, इसको हम जनरली क्या बोलते हैं? स्ट्रिंग्स. ठीक है, स्ट्रिंग्स बोलते हैं इसको. ठीक है. तो ये थे कंपोनेंट, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कंपोनेंट्स है, याद रखेंगे इसको. ठीक है. और ये जो हमने देखे इंपॉर्टेंट कंपोनेंट्स थे, अब जो हम देखने जा रहे हैं दैट इज रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ अ गुड स्टेयरकेस. ठीक है. इसमें हम क्या पढ़ने वाले हैं कि एक अच्छी स्टेयरकेस की या एक अच्छी स्टेयरकेस के डिजाइन की क्या क्या रिक्वायरमेंट होती है. ठीक है ना. वो कहाँ पे होना चाहिए, उसका पिच कितना होना चाहिए, जनरल लेंथ कितनी होनी चाहिए, सारी चीजें हम इसमें देखेंगे. सो रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ अ गुड स्टेयरकेस. फर्स्ट इज लोकेशन. Okay, it should be preferably be located centrally, ensuring sufficient light and ventilation. As we have already discussed this part, that staircase should be located in public building. It should be located in the entrance, and in residential building, it should be located centrally. And in both the cases, we should ensure that it should get sufficient light and ventilation. Okay, lighting and ventilation is very important. So location should be such that it should directly get the sunlight and ventilation. Next is a width of staircase. Now if we see the staircase portion, okay, let me show you one image. So this is called as a width of staircase. Okay, this is the width of staircase. So the width of staircase should be at least 0.9 meter for residential building and 1.8 meter for public building. Whenever you see public building, you will see the staircase is wider, okay, comparatively. Whenever we move, we go to the public buildings like municipal offices, okay, or malls, we will see that the staircase portion is wide. Okay, the width is of staircase is quite large in case of public building. So in public building it is actually 1.8 meter, at least 1.8 meter. Okay, and in case of residential building it is 0.9 meter. The width of staircase is 0.9 meter. Next is the length of staircase. Now length is actually depends on the number of steps. So the the flight of the stairs should be restricted to maximum 12 steps and minimum 3 steps. So staircase, you can say if there are 3 steps, then you can say it is a staircase. Otherwise we can call it as a pedestal. Okay, if there are minimum 3 steps, then only you can say this is a staircase. The requirement of a staircase, that it should have minimum 3 steps. But what is the maximum number? Okay, it should be maximum number is 12, because if we provide more than 12, then what will happen? People can get tired. Okay, that's why it should be restricted to maximum 12 number of steps. Otherwise continuing, if you move continue in a continuation, if you move number of steps are more than 12, then what will happen? We will get tired. Okay, that's why to take rest, landing is provided, and that's why the minimum steps is 3 and maximum is 12 numbers. Next is pitch of staircase. Pitch is actually the angle of staircase. Okay, we have discussed what is pitch. I'll show you again. This angle, okay, this angle is called as pitch. Okay, this angle. So pitch is actually have a slope of 30 to 45 degree. Okay, The pitch of long stairs should be made flatter by introducing landing. The slope should be limited to 30 to 45 degree. Okay, slope should not be more than 45 degree. Okay, next is headroom. The distance between the tread and the soffit of the flight immediately above it, it should not be less than 2.1 meter to 2.3. Remember, this headroom distance is 2.1 to 2.3 meter. This much of height is maintained so a tall person can use the stairs with some luggage on its head. Now I'll tell you what is actually headroom is here. Okay, see here. Suppose this is one staircase, okay, and suppose that it is turning from here and it is going like this. Okay, it is going like this. Then again a step is like this. Okay, so for example, here another step will be like this. Okay, so when we move over the staircase, the soffit of this staircase part should not be touched by our head. Okay, इसका जो ऊपर वाला जो हम सपोज हम इस स्टेयरकेस के ऊपर ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं, इसके जस्ट ऊपर एक और स्टेयरकेस की फ्लाइट है ना. अगर स्टेयरकेस की फ्लाइट है तो क्या होगा, हेडरूम क्या होगा, ये क्लियर डिस्टेंस होगा. ये भी हो सकता है, ठीक है ना, लेकिन ये जो क्लियर डिस्टेंस है, ठीक है ना, ये होगा हेडरूम. ठीक है, तो जो भी एक टॉल पर्सन है उसके ऊपर एक लगेज लेके चढ़ पाए, इतना क्लियर डिस्टेंस होना चाहिए. तो ये जो डिस्टेंस है जनरली 2.1 से 2.3 मीटर का हमें मेंटेन करना चाहिए. तो ये होता है हेडरूम. ठीक है, आई होप आपको हेडरूम भी समझ गया है. नेक्स्ट इज मटेरियल. देखिए, मटेरियल जो भी हम यूज कर रहे हैं इसमें, स्टेयर शुड बी कंस्ट्रक्टेड यूजिंग फायर रेजिस्टिंग मटेरियल. ओके, शुड हैव सफिशिएंट स्ट्रेंथ टू रेजिस्ट एनी इम्पैक्ट. स्टेयरकेस का जो भी मटेरियल है, कंक्रीट है या जो भी चीज़ है, ठीक है ना, वो ऐसा होना चाहिए कि वो कोई भी इम्पैक्ट को रेजिस्ट करे और फायर रेजिस्टेंस होना चाहिए. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट इज बैल्यूस्ट्रेड. जो फ्रेमवर्क होता है ना, जो हम पढ़ चुके हैं, ऑल ओपन वेल स्टेयर्स शुड बी प्रोवाइडेड विद बैल्यूस्ट्रेड टू अवॉइड एक्सीडेंट. एक्सीडेंट अवॉइड करने के लिए हमें क्या है, हैंड रेल देना है. पूरा बैल्यूस्ट्रेड, पूरा एक फ्रेमवर्क बनाना है स्टेयरकेस के आसपास. ओपन स्टेयरकेस हम नहीं रख सकते. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट इज लैंडिंग. तो जो विड्थ है लैंडिंग की, ठीक है ना, जिसपे एक्चुअली जैसे कि हम लैंडिंग मतलब फिर से बता देता हूँ. जैसे कि एक फ्लाइट हो गई, ये फ्लाइट ऊपर गई, फिर उसके बाद हम क्या करते हैं, कुछ पोर्शन यहाँ पे इस तरीके से लैंडिंग के लिए रखते हैं. फिर यहाँ से एक और फ्लाइट निकलेगी, है ना, इस तरीके से एक और फ्लाइट निकलेगी. तो ये जो फ्लाइट है और ये लैंडिंग है, तो ये जो लैंडिंग की विड्थ हो गई ना, ये विड्थ कितनी होना चाहिए, द विड्थ ऑफ द लैंडिंग शुड नॉट बी लेस देन द विड्थ ऑफ स्टेयरकेस. जितनी स्टेयरकेस की विड्थ है उतनी ही जनरली लैंडिंग की विड्थ होनी चाहिए. ठीक है, इतना याद रखेंगे. नेक्स्ट इज विंडर्स. These should be avoided and if found necessary may be provided at lower end of the flight. विंडर्स मतलब क्या होता है, स्टेयरकेस की टर्निंग जो होती है ना, टर्निंग स्टेयरकेस जो होती है उसमें होते हैं विंडर्स. ये इसको याद रखिए, हम नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में विंडर्स के बारे में पढ़ेंगे डिटेल में. बस अभी इतना याद रखिए कि जो टर्निंग्स होती है स्टेयरकेस, टर्निंग स्टेयरकेस को विंडर्स बोला जाता है. ठीक है, तो जो टर्निंग स्टेयरकेस है उसे हमें अवॉइड करना है. ठीक है, तो ये था हमारा रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ स्टेयरकेस. नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में हम टाइप्स ऑफ स्टेयरकेस के बारे में पढ़ेंगे. आई होप आपको ये पूरा क्लियर हुआ है. कुछ भी डाउट है तो आप पूछ सकते हैं. ओके, थैंक यू सो मच.